Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Manipal before coming in. So I'm assuming all of you have given your METs, got your ranks, and probably even got the branches which you're going to take up. So I think this is the right time you know a little bit about college before coming in. So this video is a must watch, and I'll be putting more MIT content and more Manipal content in general. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you send this video to your friends because it's going to be pretty valuable. And if you're new here, I am Shriyans, a fourth year engineering student studying IT at MIT Manipal. So let's get started. When you just get into college, you're going to have to choose a mess or a food court where you're going to have lunch, breakfast, dinner, and snacks. So there are two food courts on campus, FC1 and FC2, and there are other messes like Aditya, Ashraya, Annapurna, and Apurva. So these are the food courts and messes. Apart from this, there's another mess called Sindhi mess, but it's not considered to be in campus. So it has one of the best foods, in all of MIT, but it's not considered to be in campus. Although it's just it's almost like in campus, but there's just a small gate in between. So enroll into one of these food courts. You so usually Apurva is considered to have the best food in the entire campus, and there's another mess. I forget the name, which is near Block 9. As you just go by the recreational center, Purnima, I think it is Purnima mess, and the ice lime in Purnima mess is something all of you must try. So it was a hype even before we came to college. So yeah, make sure you choose your messes based on what's close to both your class. So first year classes will be happening in AB3. So make sure whatever is close to AB3 and your hostel, because for lunch you'll have to walk back and then go back to your afternoon classes again. So make sure something that's in between. Then all the classes, like I said, for the first years happen in AB3. I'll show you a picture of AB3 right now. While coming to college, make sure you do not pack too much. So I did this mistake. When I was coming to Manipal, I even carried my bucket, my pillow, I carried everything with me. And once I came here, I realized that it's not necessary. So there's even a DMart in Udupi, which is like around 5 kilometers from college. So not Udupi, DMart is like 5 kilometers from college. So it's very close by. You can just go and get whatever you want. But you don't even have to go to there. Most of the stuff you need, you can just buy in the campus stores. There are several campus stores in the student plaza. You can buy whatever you want over there. So once you so just get your bare minimum stuff, okay, like your brushes and clothes and all of that, so that, and come 1 day or 2 days early. If you're coming with your parents, obviously you'll be staying in a hotel or something. But if you don't want to, there's also an option given by Manipal where you can book guest rooms if your parents or someone are coming, and they'll be given in the NIH building, New International Hostels. So you can look that up as well. So yeah, make sure you come a day early, and make sure you get everything sorted. You'll have ample time to go buy stuff and settle down in your hostels. So for the hostels, so boys and girls, for girls, block 22 and block 21 are the best blocks, and for boys, block 17 and 18, sorry, 16 and 17, these two are one of the best blocks. So they have like a single room, single AC and double AC, and they also have single non-AC, double non-AC. Now there are a few blocks like block 18, no, not block 18, 19 and 20, if I'm not wrong. 19 and 20 are like these deluxe rooms where there are two rooms, and like there's a shared bathroom, there's a shared kitchen, and to both, so there are two rooms, two entrances, there's a shared bathroom and kitchen, and then there's a mega entrance where you just get in. So there's one door, you go in, you find the kitchen and the bathroom, and then there are two more doors for two more bedrooms. So that's kind of the architecture of these blocks. So yeah, you can choose whatever block you like. These are good. Apart from this, for boys, there's the block 5 and 6. For girls, there are block 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I might be a little wrong, but these are the old blocks, proper hostel vibes. These blocks give you the proper hostel vibes. But if you want to if you're like me, like I can't survive with too much crowd, I usually prefer staying alone. So I usually like single AC or single non-AC or something like that. Then you should probably go for these block 16 or block 17. But then when you're in your first year, it's not a good practice. Make sure you mingle with everyone, talk to everyone. And another tip is, first year mein everyone are going to go to the student plaza, sit down there and just explore. Like, it's a beautiful place. So everyone after dinner, I'm pretty sure, are going to just sit there. Even we did the same thing. We used to sit there for hours talking to people. You just go straight. You like someone, go to them, you talk to them. You find someone new, you overhear conversations. You like, team 7, so you'll be divided into teams in your first year. So we heard team 7, and I was in team 7, so I just straight went up and talked to him, and that's how you form meaningful connections and friendships in college. So do not shy away from doing that. Now, moving forward, if you want games, sports, and gym and all of that, so all of you might have seen Marina. I'll also put up a picture here. If you haven't seen Marina and you don't know what the campus looks like, I've already made videos on this before. I'll put them in the description. Make sure you watch them. So there's Marina. That's the biggest sports complex. Of course, it's an entire complex just dedicated to sports. But then it's outside campus. So I don't know how many of you know this, but it's outside campus. It's not in the campus of MIT. So it's like around 500-600 meters from MIT. So if you're comfortable going to there, first year you'll have to walk a lot already, going to your classes and coming back. It's almost like a hill climb. So that's tough already, and your legs will become sore if you're not used to it. So most of you wouldn't want to go to Marina unless you're super enthusiastic. You can explore the other gym. There's a gym in D block. There's 2 separate gyms for both boys and girls. You can explore those gyms. And for playing sports, again, Marina is the best place. But if you can't go to Marina, there are basketball courts outside the Department of Commerce, which is close to Block 10 and Block 9, where Annapurna Mess is. And there's another basketball court, which is outside Block 3. Block 3, Block 4, or Block 13, that place. So there's that is the biggest basketball court in campus. So you have ample space to play. And there's also the athletic ground and the football ground, so you can just go there and play. No one is going to stop you. Now, apart from this, managing your academics, so this is something which most people neglect in their first year, but then again, I think you should give this your top priority. So the way grading works, so even before coming to college, even we didn't know what CGPA is and how it works. So the way it works is, when you get your CGPA, it's a credit-based system, right? So based on the credits, it's a weighted average kind of thing. So if you score a really high CGPA in your first year, so for example, my first sem was online, but in my second sem I scored 9.3. So once I scored 9.23, so I scored 9.23, and in the next sem I was really I couldn't cope up with the subjects, because third sem that's when your real subjects start, coding and all of that. And so I scored 7.5. I couldn't understand the subjects properly. I scored 7.5. But even then, my CGPA was maintained at 8.68, which is above the 8.5 limit. And after that sem, I think every sem I scored over 8. I scored 8.35, 8.25, all of those. But that's what I'm trying to say. Even if you score really low in one of the semesters, because you have covered that up in your first year, it's actually beneficial to you, because your score doesn't drop drastically. So first year is actually very easy to score, provided you have prepared properly for JEE, MET and all of that, because the math, physics, chemistry is just an extension of whatever you've learned already. So make sure you manage your academics well. First year is easy to score. It's not very tough, okay? Even I didn't study much. I used to go to the library like probably 2 weeks before the exams, but I used to listen in class properly. Like, I used to make proper notes. So because of that, I almost remembered all of this stuff, and it was very easy for me to study during the exams. So do whatever suits you, but make sure you don't neglect your grades in your first year, because they're going to help you a lot in your upcoming semesters. Now, moving forward, I think something which most people neglect when they come to campus is talking to professors and seniors. So you might, obviously it's it's an obvious thing that you will try to find new friends, you'll try to find people to talk to, but I think you should also spend just a little time talking to your seniors and your professors. The way you contact your seniors is just by joining clubs and student projects. I'll come to that in a while, but I think the professors who teach you in your first year, you should go have a personal connection with them. So me, even now, I go and sit in the cabins of my professors and just talk to them for some time. It's actually a very good practice. You get to know a lot of stuff which you don't know about college and about what's going on in the outside world. How is the industry looking like? What are the job opportunities? What's trending right now? How's the research going? A lot of things. And also, you need LORs from people. So only if you have a good impression, you are going to get good LORs from your professors. So make sure you do that. Now, uh, for those of you who are coding, I think you should start coding by the start of your second year, which is your third semester. I think you should be clear with the basics. So there's one subject called PSUC, problem solving using computers, in your first year. Every year, this is a mandatory subject for everyone where they teach you the C language. So you do PSUC, and then they're going to teach you till structs. So after that, you can go with higher data structures like trees, graphs, and linked list, and all of these. Slowly you can learn, but even if you don't do all of that, I think you should be good at programming, like at least basic stuff like swapping variables, building a calculator application, all of these. I think you should be really good at that by the start of your second year. And take my advice, by the time you finish your third sem, I want you to explore coding as much as possible. It's just an advice. Explore coding as much as possible. Explore the different genres that are there, like cybersecurity, there's AI, there's web dev, app dev. Explore all of these. Don't it's a common notion that everyone does web dev and app dev and it's compulsory kind of. I don't do any development. I just focus completely on AI ML and hardcore DSA. So it's not a mandatory thing. I think you should explore coding, and once you get to a really good level, I'm not talking about DSA, just programming logic in general. I think you should start building applications by your third sem's end. So what happens is when you come for your internship, so there's a subject called ITR in your seventh or eighth, I think it's in the eighth semester. So ITR is industrial training, where you have to showcase your internship, an internship of a minimum of 1 month in some industry. So people are going to come for campus placements and all of that. And if you don't go through campus, even if you go off campus, you'll have to have something to show in your resume. So make sure you build small projects. So even if it's really small, it's fine. Make sure you push them on your GitHub, maintain an active GitHub, and keep increasing the complexity of these in as you go ahead. Trust me, this is going to help you a lot. People say even if you don't code in your second semester, it's fine. You're still exploring, but trust me, the faster it is, the better it is. I see people in my own branch in my own batch who are struggling. So just take this as a very genuine advice from me. Now, after this, Manipal mein, it's very easy to get sidetracked, and all of you know. So make sure you just stay focused on whatever you've come to do in college, no matter what it is. For me, I wanted to do research, I wanted to get into student projects, I wanted to participate in hackathons, and I just wanted to have a decent GPA and get out of college. And I think I have done all of those. So make sure you have a checklist of why you're coming to college, and make sure you're working in a direction where each day you check off something. Then the departments. So each department is unique in Manipal. There's EC, there's EIE, there's CSE, CSE AIML, there's ICT. So sorry, CSE AIML is also under CSE department. So there are several departments, mechanical, and each department is unique in the style of setting their question papers. So ICT department, for example, it's a general notion in college that ICT's question papers are a little difficult compared to CSE department's question papers. So make sure you have a talk with the seniors of your department once. Make sure you interact with them properly, and you're going to get valuable advice on how to study for your exams and all of that. Even for people who don't study properly, for people who score really low, if they're genuine in their efforts and they're genuine about academics and all of that, they're going to tell you the mistakes they made. So either way, you get to learn from them. Now, join a lot of student projects and clubs. So when you come to Manipal has so many student projects and clubs. So there's a rule that you can't join more than one student project, but for clubs there's no rule, there's no limit. And let me let you in on a little secret. So clubs, where every time you go for some interview of either a student project or a club or whatever, they're going to ask you this question, which is a standard. They'll ask you how many clubs or student projects are you in? Based on whatever you answer, they're going to ask you how you manage your time. Now trust me, I've joined several clubs in Manipal, but no club has every day or every week work. You do a kind of a good project and you build together with people, you have meetings, discussions, you work on an idea, but that's about it. It's very chill. There's no hard deadlines. Student projects have very hard deadlines because they receive heavy funding from the college. So make sure you join only one student project, but you can join n number of clubs. And because I'm telling you, if you join just one or two clubs, if you don't like them and drop, they don't recruit whenever you want. There's only one recruitment drive. So apply to all the clubs, join all of them. I mean, as many as possible. Leave whatever you don't like. That's my advice. Now, healthcare. So when it comes to healthcare, there's KMC. KMC has its own hospital, and there is a student OPD. So for you Manipal students, no matter what college, MIT, MIC, KMC, whatever affiliated to MAHE, you'll get free treatment, no, sorry, free consultation and reduced prices of medicines and treatment. So now there's something you need to know. When you go to KMC, the student OPD stands for outpatient department, if some of you didn't know. So when you go to the student OPD, it closes by 4:30 p.m. So you go after 4:30, you will have to pay. You go to the emergency section. So make sure you go before 4:30, even though it's open 24/7. You make sure you go before 4:30 if you want to get those free consultations and all of that. And trust me, they're decent doctors. So yeah, this is kind of the advice I had for you. And if you have some more doubts, just make sure you put it in the comments or text me on Instagram. You'll have my Instagram handles and all of those on the screen. And yeah, share this with your friends. And just one more thing before I leave. If any of you want to talk to your seniors from your own branches or departments, just leave me a text on Instagram. If you can't find them on LinkedIn or something, I can probably, I know people from almost all the departments. I can probably give you their Instagram IDs or something, and you might as well have a talk with them if you like it. So yeah, that's all I have for you in this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Good luck coming to Manipal. We can meet when you come, and